Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. I know it's a bit late here today in the evening on this Cricket Happening show. I do apologize. Well, as far as today's Cricket Happening show is concerned, it was the 49th match which happened in the Indian Premier League between the Kolkata Knight Riders and the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And the Royal Kolkata Knight Riders were absolutely no match for the Royal Challengers Bangalore as the domination of Virat Kohli's bat continued in such a big way that now Virat Kohli has scored 752 runs in 12 innings in IPL 2016. His batting average is 83.55. His strike rate is 148.03. He has 300s and 550s. Stupendous performance from Virat Kohli, and he has also broken the record for the highest number of runs scored in an IPL. The previous record was held by Chris Gayle, who scored 733 runs in 14 innings in 2012. Now it's all over. All the records belong to Virat Kohli now. 752 runs in 12 innings. Tremendous performance from Kohli. And Kohli today, and as I said, once again, it was the pair of, it was like Kolkata Knight Riders made 183, but that 183 was made to look very small by the batting of the triumvirate. Finally, Chris Gayle, who probably for 8 innings, I suppose, has been scoring in single digits in this IPL, having a dismal IPL, suddenly came to life today with a smacking innings of 49 of 31 deliveries, 5 fours and 4 sixes, and then Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers took full control of the match and saw to it that Royal Challengers Bangalore won the match against the Kolkata Knight Riders in a very dominating manner, and this was a sort of a very comprehensive victory for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, keeping their hope still alive in the IPL, and they won the match by 9 wickets, which I'm going to talk about. So let's start off and see what really happened at the Eden Gardens in Kolkata. So the toss was won by the Royal Challengers. The toss was won by the Royal Challengers Bangalore, Virat Kohli, and Virat Kohli inserted the Kolkata Knight Riders, the home team, to bat first on this particular wicket. Well, the start was a very quiet start. Robin Uthappa and Gambhir having a quiet start there, and then finally today Iqbal Abdullah, the left arm spinner, was selected, and what a move! That was a very good move, I thought, of selecting Iqbal Abdullah, and Iqbal Abdullah struck by having the most consistent player in the Kolkata Knight Riders, which was the opener Robin Uthappa, back into the pavilion by forcing him to edge a delivery when he tried to actually play a delivery on the leg stump from Iqbal Abdullah, and it ended in the hands of Iqbal Abdullah, who collected the catch with glee. So he was gone. Robin Uthappa was the first to depart, caught and bowled by Iqbal Abdullah for 2 of 4 balls. So that is wicket number 1, 14 for 1. And Manish Pandey joined the captain Gautam Gambhir, and both started stitching together a partnership. In fact, they added 76 runs in the next 8 overs. So basically, they first had to stitch the innings together, which they did by not taking much rest, but then slowly opened out and started playing their strokes, which is good to see, as Gambhir and Pandey added 76 runs for the second wicket at the halfway stage. And both started playing. Manish Pandey was looking pretty, I would say, was looking pretty confident at the crease. Gambhir, as usual, was nurturing the runs, and the runs were keeping on coming. And so when the total reached 90, there was a misunderstanding that happened between Gambhir and Pandey, and that resulted in the captain of the Kolkata Knight Riders, Gautam Gambhir, being run out for 51 of 34 deliveries with 7 fours. Yusuf Pathan disappointed as he tried to hot Chahal into the crowd, missed the line of the ball completely. KL Rahul made a neat stumping, and Yusuf Pathan was cheaply out for 6 of just 12 deliveries. After that, Andre Russell joined Manish Pandey, but Manish Pandey himself was a victim as Arvind picked up his wicket, but Manish Pandey played a good hand of 35 deliveries, 5 fours and 2 sixes. But after that, Surya Kumar Yadav, also like Yusuf Pathan, definitely connected with the ball, and the ball carried down to the deep, where Iqbal Abdullah held the catch with the bowling of Arvind for 5 deliveries, 1 4. That made it 125 for 5, and Yadav was out. And then we had some pyrotechnics coming in the form of Andre Russell. Andre Russell started slamming the bowlers. He started picking up 6s and 4s. At the other end, Shakib Al Hasan was also giving him company. And Andre Russell from 125 for 5 in the 16th over, I would say in 26 deliveries, he took this Kolkata Knight Riders on to 183. So such was the power hitting done by Andre Russell. It was actually, if you look at it, it was a 57 runs, but it was really done. The bulk of the scoring was done by Andre Russell as he started taking the Royal Challengers Bangalore attack apart with a very quick fire innings of an unbeaten 39 of just 19 deliveries by swinging hard as he normally does. He gets the ball and he just swings the ball into the fence or over the fence as he collected an unbeaten 39 of just 19 deliveries, 2 4s and 3 6s. Shakib Al Hasan played chipped in with an unbeaten 18 of 11 balls with 1 4 and 1 6, and Kolkata Knight Riders had 183 for 5 on the board of their 20 overs. The bowling, well, today Stuart Binney 1 over for 8 runs. Arvind bowled 4 overs 2 for 41. Iqbal Abdullah was the best bowler today, 4 overs 1 for 22. But all the other bowlers came in for some punishments. Shane Watson 4 overs, none for 46, got in some real tap there. Yuzendra Chahal also came for a bit of beating here, 4 overs 1 for 38. Chris Jordan was inducted into the death overs, and I thought Chris Jordan did a good job, but there was one shot that Andre Russell played where he actually stood straight and just slammed Jordan over the side screen. What a shot that was. And 3 overs, none for 22 was Jordan's figures, and 183 was KKR's total, and Royal Challengers Bangalore had to chase 184 for victory. Now all the eyes were on Chris Gayle and Virat Kohli. Now Chris Gayle, everyone was thinking that what is the time Chris Gayle is going to come into form. Chris Gayle in his pre-match conference definitely hinted that there is going to be some explosion coming in, and I'm told that Chris Gayle today, normally he wears full sleeves and walks in, but today he had a half sleeve on and he came in and joined came in with Virat Kohli. And Chris Gayle initially was a bit sedate, tried to just play around, but once he got the once he got into the got the grip of it, well, we could see Chris Gayle starting his batting in that wonderful fashion that he plays, and suddenly we started Chris Gayle unveiling strokes that he is known for, as the ball started sailing into the stands, and also he was hitting the ball with lots of power. When Chris Gayle really stands there and smacks the ball, that is the time you can feel that Chris Gayle is in some good form. That's what it was. His feet was moving beautifully as he stood there and slammed the deliveries. So now we started off, we hit some 6s of the bowling of Andre Russell, and then Sunil Narine was dealt with in a very severe manner. First he swept him for 6, and also one can say that Virat Kohli at the other end was giving a signal to Gayle, as any time he gave a signal to Gayle and Gayle was going big, and probably Kohli was giving him the confidence, and Chris Gayle was smoking it all around the park. And suddenly this Royal Challengers opening, which has been a bit shaky with Gayle being dismissed for single digits 8 times in this IPL, finally Chris Gayle really got to his old self as he started getting the boundary hits and the 6s. Sunil Narine was beautifully swept for a 6, and then he turned his attention to Piyush Chawla to sending him soaring into the skies, and even Rajput, the bowler was also given a beating as Chris Gayle started going big. At the other end, Virat Kohli was, even though he was definitely playing along with Gayle, we saw that Chris Gayle was the dominant partner, but Virat Kohli was making sure that as and when any opportunity was presenting itself, he was quick to pounce upon that and hit them for boundaries. So as this partnership went in, did a good job in 7.3 overs, so basically in 45 balls, they added 71 runs. The bulk of the scoring done by Chris Gayle, but Chris Gayle was pretty unfortunate as one of the deliveries from Sunil Narine, which Chris Gayle did not spot properly, ended up with Chris Gayle LBW ball Narine for 49 of 31 balls with 5 fours and 4 sixes. What a knock that was! Will give him some confidence now going into the subsequent matches, and one was very happy to see Chris Gayle really bloom in this manner, because as you know, the IPL crowd has been just waiting for Chris Gayle to actually bloom, and today he definitely bloomed in a nice manner, smacking 49 of 31 deliveries, 5 fours and 4 sixes. Now Virat Kohli was joined in by AB de Villiers, and once, as you know, as Chris Gayle definitely said at the post-match press conference, that Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers are like Superman and Batman, and as definitely I think that epithet or the title that Gayle gave them is really holding good as far as Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers is concerned, as they were the ones who took them to victory. And Virat Kohli, what a stroke he played! I mean, that was a stunning stroke, as the whole Eden Gardens crowd stood up and applauded that stroke. It was an inside-out stroke by Virat Kohli, where he actually sent the ball through the extra cover region for a boundary. What a shot that was! It was simply outstanding. Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers joined in, and AB de Villiers, and one knows that once AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli are at the crease, fireworks would really start. Yes, they definitely were a bit watchful initially, but later on it was sheer batting magic which was going on, with Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers once again getting on to another century partnership now, and this was a 115 runs partnership between Virat Kohli. It was 115 runs partnership between Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, where Virat Kohli's contribution was an unbeaten 75 of 51 deliveries with 5 fours and 3 sixes. And look at AB de Villiers. In fact, AB de Villiers made 59 of 31 deliveries with 5 fours and 3 sixes. He was also not out, and that was it. The game, set, and the match to Royal Challengers Bangalore, as Royal Challengers Bangalore actually did a good thing for themselves by keeping their hopes alive in IPL 2016 by winning this match by 9 wickets. And Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers made sure that the other batsmen won't be even required, and such was the dominance of their bat over the ball once Kohli and AB de Villiers were there. So basically, today the Royal Challengers Bangalore, as I already said in the pre-match preview, and every time I've been saying, the top 3 have to fire. And today, yes, the top 3 of Royal Challengers Bangalore definitely fired. And if this is any indication of things to come, let me tell you, if this top 3 is once again going to fire, I'm telling you, it's bad news for the opposition. So that's it. So 9 wicket victory. The bowling figures on the result: 2.3 overs, no maiden, none for 32 was clattered. Morkel 2 overs for 20. Sunil Narine 4 overs, 1 for 34. Piyush Chawla 3.1 overs, no maiden, none for 32. Ankit Rajput 3 overs, none for 28. And Shakib Al Hasan 4 overs, no maiden, none for 39. Received some severe beating. And Virat Kohli, the Royal Challengers Bangalore captain, who, as I said, now holds the record for the maximum number of scored in IPL, which was 752 runs in 12 innings, was rightly named man of the match. So that is as far as that match is concerned. Tomorrow the match which is coming up is not of any much consequence, one could say, because Delhi Daredevils definitely would like to get some points, but it's Rising Pune Super Giants who are already out of the IPL. So Delhi Daredevils will be the ones who would be keenly watched here, no doubt about that. And so that is one match which is coming up. That is coming up tomorrow. And let's have a look at some cricket news while this goes on. The cricket news that I have here, dear fans, is that the Pakistan Cricket Board, as you know, in Pakistan there's not much cricket, no international cricket being played. And today the Pakistan Cricket Board has found out that the rising costs of hosting matches in the United Arab Emirates would probably prompt them or probably force them to think about Sri Lanka as a venue when the West Indies are here. So West Indies, when they play Pakistan in the month of July, I reckon it would be probably played in Sri Lanka, but again they're just thinking over it. And Curtly Ambrose, the bowling coach of the T20 World Cup, has said that it has come as a bit of a shock for him when he was given the news that he was no longer the bowling coach of West Indies cricket team. And as far as the other news is concerned, yes, there was an old player, India's oldest Test cricketer. He was age 87 and he passed away yesterday. Deepak Shodhan. He was the first Indian player to make a century on debut. He became the first Indian player to make a century on debut. So that was the significance of this gentleman, Mr. Deepak Shodhan, the late Deepak Shodhan now, who passed away at the age of 87. Is an Indian cricket player. So that is news. And other than that, I am told that in fact West Indies have already started their preparation. As you know, first India would be playing against West Indies, and then West Indies will be going to Pakistan, in the sense depending on where the game is being played. So West Indies, Phil Simmons has already summoned a few players there. He has got some test hopefuls, I am told, and they are going to be given some very good training as far as spin is concerned, because they know when they are going to play against India and Pakistan, they are going to be facing a lot of spin. So these players have been really named, and they would be the ones who would be tested, and they would be trained as to how to play spin in a good manner. So that is, I thought that's a very good way of doing things, which really would give them some chances against India and Pakistan. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I think it's almost time for me to end this cricket show for today. Hope you all loved this cricket podcast of mine. There's more to come tomorrow on the game between Rising Pune Sub Giants and Delhi Daredevils in the IPL.